here, boys and girls? Welcome back, Redmissed in the house. Once again, how you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great. And we, my friends, are playing some more Magic Legion. Now, what I've decided I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to start upgrading the Magic Idol. Because we have a few of the old runes laying around, so I'm going to start leveling her up and evolving her into a higher class. So let's just see how strong we can make her. So obviously I knew for a fact I was going to be able to get her up to a level 3, but the main thing that I want to do here is I'm going to come over here into the transformation area, and I'm again going to transfer a few things over because of the fact that I want to go ahead and make her another level, because I can actually, with level 3, it's only going to take one more to actually make her a level 4. So we want to get that final one, and we want to make this girl a hardcore level 4. And then once we've done that, we're going to actually be replacing her with, or should I, yeah, replacing her in for the witch. So once we've got the runes, which, to be honest, shouldn't really be that hard. I'm pretty sure that I can get the runes that I need right now to be able to get this girl fully leveled up. While we're here, actually, we're going to go ahead and quickly hit into this zone here. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because even though the witch is a really, really good hero to have, like I've told you in the past, as you move on through the map, excuse me, having that bonus bit of damage can really help out quite a bit. And also, when you come to fight enemies that actually have both purification and the shield, it starts becoming really hard to obviously win the fight for your witch, because 9 times out of 10, by the time the shield has broken and then the purification has run out, you're kind of talking the end of the line for the witch. 9 times out of 10 you would find that the game is over before both of them spells run out. So that when it comes to PvP and you start fighting in the higher levels against other people, the witch is a lot less effective, but she's still super effective for the whatchamacallit. So there we go, level 4, beautiful. She's still super effective for the map. So obviously, if you're coming through here, I've seen people that are still using the witch when it comes right down to the very end of the map. So you can concentrate on leveling up the witch and taking her all the way to the end. But I kind of feel that the witch is going to be a slightly, the magic idol is going to be a slightly better option to bring into the game, for the later stages, that is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and hit all of this stuff on here, but what I'm also going to do is, I was thinking I might take, no, he's my tank. I can't take away his necklace. I'm going to leave the necklace there, and let's have a quick look at her stats, guys. Now, when it comes to her stats, obviously she's only a level 1, so she's super, super low in stats in comparisons to the witch. But she is going to be a lot higher up, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit the, where is it? We need to go over here, and we need to do the reborn hero exchange, and I'm not really sure who I will exchange her with, because I don't want to de-level the witch, because obviously the witch is going to be used later on as well. So I tell you what, we're actually going to use the exchange rate of the Blood Axe Lord. And we're gonna give... Oh, wait, hang on. We've got to take her out of the team first, haven't we? We can't exchange the levels when they're in the team. I forgot about that, guys. So, take her out of the team, go back into the tavern, go back into the hero exchange, and we are going to have to spend a little bit because obviously it's like 3 hours before I can do this. But I'm going to go ahead and hit this like this, and I'm just going to spend the 70 diamonds just so I can do this now in the video. And as you can see here, we're going to transfer this 56 levels over onto the magic idol and make her a proper badass hardcore level 4. So now we're going to go put her back in, and whoops, oh my god, I'm doing everything wrong, guys. Hit these spells here like that. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Now look at her stats. They're already gonna go up like an absolute crazy person. So I'm not really sure what the best thing to do here with her would be. Obviously I want her to do a lot of damage, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 15 into the HP just so that she's got a little bit of survivability, and then I'm gonna focus predominantly on the damage, because I want her to be a damage dealer, a bit like Arno in the back lines for me. But we're also going to want her crit rate to be up there quite high as well, because she does do a fair bit of damage. If we look at her stats, she deals 150 damage to a single target as standard, but then she's going to randomly hit 1 to 6 times for 400 damage. So if she's going to hit 6 times at 400% damage, that is a ton of damage. You're talking 2400 damage. So if she hits 6 times, she's doing the same amount of damage as Arno in those 6 shots, but she's going to spread it across the heroes. So you kind of want to go for some excuse me, you want to go for some magical or some crit damage. So at the moment she's at 65%, so we're not going to focus too much on crit on her yet, but we are going to give her 20 points into that, which is going to put her up to 85. So she's going to have 85% crit chance at the moment. And I tell you what, guys, we're just going to split this 50-50 for now on the magic and the HP. Just because, obviously, I don't want her to die in, like, say, 2 seconds. Because she is a lot lower in terms of hero capabilities for the health, because obviously I'm replacing a level 8 witch with a level 4 magic idol. So there is 4 level difference, which is a ton of stats. Now the only difference is with this is obviously with the witch, those stats are all into HP. So having a super high HP hero is great, but having the witch in there who's going to be doing a little bit more damage could also be even better. So as you saw there, the first time she's only attacking a couple of times at this point, but having that shield in the front, like if you look there, she's just hit 5 times. So even though she's not always going to hit those tons of shots, she's on average she's going to hit quite a few shots, which is the most important thing. Now also what you got to remember, guys, is her spell obviously stuns the enemy and makes it so they can't move, so it's not quite the same spell as the witch. So for example, excuse me guys, I've got something stuck in my throat. It seems to be every single time I make a video I just can't stop coughing or something, and it's ridiculous. Now the difference between the magic idol and the witch excuse me guys, I'm gonna have to have a drink, is that the witch actually stuns the enemy. But I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's something like physical or something like that. Basically, it's a slightly different spell, but the magic idol does like an immobilizing spell rather than a stun. So anyone that has a stun resistant spell isn't actually going to be affected by this spell here. So I believe if you have the 6-star motorbike, which is actually has a really good final skill on it, which is going to give you stun resistance. That spell is going to work against the witch, but that spell isn't going to work against the magic idol because it's a stun resistance spell. It's not like a knockdown resistance spell or a freeze resistance spell. So you got to bear that in mind, guys. So if you're having trouble and you're like, say that's you have the motorcycle and that final skill is fully leveled up, you've got like 100% stun resistance. You've got to remember that that isn't going to come into effect when you're having to fight against like freeze spells or immobilization spells, knockdown spells. You know, that's why excuse me, that's why a lot of people like using the Monkey King, because the knockdown effect that he has is really, really useful. The same deal with the Demon Dragon. When he uses his spell, he'll fly over and he'll knock the whole enemy team down. The only downside to that is he only does like 100 damage. So when it comes to damage, he isn't really the best damage dealer, but he does do 100% damage to the whole entire team, which I guess is kind of a cool thing. But I've gone for the Magic Idol because of the fact that even though her shot counter could be completely random, you might get unlucky and she only hits one hero, but then you might get super lucky and she hits 6 heroes. She's doing a lot more damage, so like as you can just see there, she only hit 1, which is a little bit of a bummer, but if she's gonna hit multiple times, that's even better, especially if you're fighting, say, a boss, because obviously you're only focusing on one target. So say she hits 6 times and you're fighting a boss, she's gonna hit that boss 6 times. So obviously if you build up the crit chance on her to 100%, she's gonna be hitting 6 times with that bonus crit damage. So not only is she going to hit with 400% more damage, she's also going to hit with her crit damage as well. So even if you say it's an extra 100 on her crit damage, she's actually going to be hitting an enemy with 500% damage on top of her stats. And if she hits them 6 times, that's an extra 2500 damage, which is the exact same damage as Arno, which is an absolute insane amount of damage from one shot. Which, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of you would probably just turn around and say, well, why not just go and get a second Arno and have 2 Arnos in your back lines? Now, this would be a very, very good thing to have. I'm not gonna lie, like, you don't always have to upgrade your standard heroes. I've seen many people at the top have 2 Arnos in their back lines, and they do absolute work if you can defend them. But the bonus that will come from having someone like the Magic Idol or the Dragon or the Witch is purely the fact that they're going to give that bonus possibility of stunning or freezing or whatever to the enemy, which is going to give you the advantage in the long run, possibly. Because if they don't have the spells to stop you from freezing them, they're never going to move, which is a really big issue. So just bear that in mind, guys. Whereas if you obviously have, say, 2 Arnos in your back line, yes, you're going to have a ton more power because you're going to have 2 Arnos, but you're going to have a lot less effectability comes to obviously being able to win those fights, because if sheer damage or raw damage isn't enough to win a fight, you're not going to win the fight. That's why a lot of people use the witch, because 9 times out of 10, if you win the witch battle, you win the game. So just bear that in mind. But as you can see here, guys, we're doing tons of work. The witch is quite often locking, the magic idol is quite often locking down the enemy team anyways. And one thing that I have noticed about her as well is she will still hit the targets that she has immobilized already, but quite often you'll find that she will go and hit the targets that she hasn't already immobilized, which will give you a really good advantage in the game if obviously you're using her. And she's a really good hero. Not only does she look cool, but she has a really cool moveset. So I really like her. I'm going to continue to obviously level her up, and I might go back to the witch for a little while once these games start getting too hard for the magic idol. But I am going to be continuing to level up the magic idol and eventually replace the witch with her. Because as you can see here, guys, with the shield and stuff that I've got, the magic idol is 100% doing the job that I need her to do. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously the witch would still lock down the whole entire team, whereas the magic idol doesn't. But she's still doing more than what she needs to be doing to make, like, warrant her useful in the team. So you've got to bear that in mind. And also, it's just a ton of extra damage. So whereas you wouldn't have that damage with the witch, you have that damage with the magic idol. So it's a really cool little feature that you, or a really cool little bonus thing that you can obviously add to your team if you still, like, if you don't want to lose that possibility of obviously having the witch stun the enemy team. But as you just saw there, she did die in like one shot when that boss did finally hit her. So it is going to be a case of we are going to have to pay attention to obviously the area that we're in with the level of the witch that we have. Because if we come out here, guys, excuse me, you're going to be able to see the amount of damage that I've got up in the top. Like, look at that, guys. I have 86 million right now. Whereas if I come into the, if I go back into the heroes and I drop the magic idol and put the witch back in, now purely because of the fact of her level, it's going to make my battle damage a lot stronger, because of the fact that the witch is a lot stronger than the magic idol at the moment. But in terms of dealing out battle damage, the team is stronger with the magic idol, just because of the fact that she does more damage than the witch. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me today. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I tell you what, we're going to finish off with a card pack opening. Why the heck not? Let's do it, guys. See if we can get another magic idol, which would be amazing. But that's going to be it from me today, guys. If you think that the video... Oh, nice, a witch. If you thought the video was great, then please leave that like button, or go down and hit that like button. Oh, nice, a Shield of Doom. Nice. So, as I said, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.